What's up, everyone? This is the second part that I'm doing on Tommy Sotomayor's The Fatherless America. Why I believe that it may be taking so long. You know, when you're doing an investigation report, it's different from doing a documentary. You know, a documentary of like Tariq Nasheed's Hidden Color is very, very different because see, when you're doing the Hidden Colors, you go through history books. Okay, that may take some time. Go through history books, then you go through the pictures and stuff like that. Then you can go out there and start filming different locations. But when you're doing an investigation report, talking about, you know, the cover-ups or talking about when you see investigation report on the news, when you hear about how they bug the offices of mayors and they bug the offices of corrupt leaders and stuff like that, I want you to understand the time frame. There has been so many shows, and I watched FBI Files, New Detectives, and all of that. American Greed, American Justice, you know, Unsolved Mysteries and stuff. I watched all those shows, and one thing that has in common to those shows, before they made an arrest, that person was allowed up to 5 years or 6 years, even 8 years to get away with all the stuff before all the evidence has mounted up, and now they come into arrest. What am I saying? I'm not saying Tommy Sotomayor's A Fatherless America is going to take 8 years. No, I'm not saying that. But I'm saying in order to investigate, it's going to take some major time. Why? Because number one, you have to go through the red tape. You know, you can't just show up at the office, you know, and you're not law enforcement. And Tommy Sotomayor is not a law enforcement. He's not an FBI or anything like that. But you can't just show up in the office and demand records. You have to find somebody to help you and get records like crazy and get stats like crazy. You got to have something. So you have to have a system that's going to help you see the truth. Because like I said, too much lies is out there. For an example, there are so many sites out there that says that black men are unfit to be fathers. And black women eat that up. But yet, when you start to go to a site or the book called The Myth of the Missing Black Fathers, which proves that the black man comes in number one and taking care of his kids, and that book shows you the resources that it comes from. But those resources is on the internet. Yes, it's on the web, but they hide the truth. So there's a whole lot of hidden things there. You know, Tariq Nasheed did his Hidden Colors. You know, what Tommy Sotomayor is doing, you know, this is hidden itself, but it's hidden deep. You know, and not only that, you have to go through so much files and stats. You know, I'm seeing when you see the promos of The Fatherless America, Tommy Sotomayor, he has to travel from place to place to place. Because notice Tommy Sotomayor travels, right? Why do Tommy Sotomayor travels? You think he's just vacationing? No, he's not vacationing. He's traveling and he's talking to people. Why? Because you can never say to Tommy, well, Tommy, everything that you're saying is self-conjecture. Everything that you're saying is your self-opinion. How can it be self-conjecture, self-opinion when he's traveling? See? What he's doing is he's gathering a whole bunch of information. He's gathering a whole bunch of information and letting it come from the mouth of the source. When I debate people on YouTube, one of the best things that I do is I get it from the source itself. When you get it from the source and get it from the mouth of the horse, it shuts everything down. For an example, when I went over Gamal Abdul Nasser in 1956, who told the so-called Jews, was as long as you're living, will never be respected. You never have peace, because we've seen the Israelites or the Jews leave here black, now they come back white. So therefore, that destroys polite in the conscious community as saying that there was no slaves in Egypt when he just admitted it. It's in records that we, the Israelites, fled from Jerusalem into so-called Africa, and it's also recorded how we were enslaved there too. So he knew that the Jews left the Exodus of Moses black, and now they're coming back white. So he knew that so therefore Polite and all of them is destroyed. And this came from the mouth of an Egyptian president. It came from his mouth, so that cannot be refuted. So what they need to do is refute him. See, with Tommy Sotomayor, he's doing what I do in debates. He's getting it from the horse's mouth. So therefore, when the horse is telling you, no, black women are using the system to be against the black man, then, hey, what can you do? What can you say? You have to do extensive research in order to debate or refute anything. You can't come with your own feelings, and that's what's wrong with our people. You allow your feelings and emotions to dictate truth. No, your feelings and emotions don't dictate truth. You can cry all you want. You can stomp your feet all you want. You can raise your voice all you want. It doesn't mean a damn thing. Once the truth is out, if it's the truth, it will stand while the lies fall. And so I'm noticed when I'm looking at Tommy Sotomayor and I'm in his videos, he's doing videos while he's driving. Now that's something that I want to do. You know, that inspires me. Do videos while you're driving. I got to first get a car first. He's doing videos while he's driving. And doing videos while he's driving, he's speaking his mind or speaking what what he met. Like, I remember the cab drive, that he met those two girls and he was talking to those two girls and stuff like that. It was like him talking to two of his little girls. It was like how he was paying that. And that guy from Cameroon, who is also our people too, who was proud to be a father and stuff, who was talking about how he had 5 kids and he's taking care of them all. And he was so happy. America needs to see this. And I'm going to go out on the limb and say, even though a fatherless America isn't out right now, Tommy is showing you why there's a fatherless America through his videos. Remember the BT1000, the Terminatrix, you hear the Terminator beat, dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. And then you're like, oh, I know where this is going. But yet each and every single show has leaded to the downfall of our community. Ann Coulter, she went on air and she said 90% of the rapes, murders, and robbers is coming from single mothers. And a lot of black women got mad at her. A lot of Hispanic women got mad at her. Why? Because it's true. It's something that can't be refuted. And Tommy Sotomayor, if you listen to this, get Ann Coulter. Get Ann Coulter, the one who exposed how civil rights is not for black people anymore or black people anymore. You know what I'm saying? NAACP is a joke. It's not for us. You know what I'm saying? So get her. See, she can help out. She can help out and give you some stuff. Over 90% of crimes being done by black mothers who are single. Now, isn't that something? That's going to be, I bet you that's going to be in the movie. Now, what's the investigation on that? Now you're going to have to take the stats. You're going to have to take the crime. By the time you uncover all of that, that's going to take some time itself. Like I said before, so many investigations that these people do, that law enforcement do on these high profile criminals and stuff like that can take years. You know what I'm saying? They don't just show up in the office and then start arresting people. No, they let them go for a while. They gather wiretaps, they gather phone calls, they gather all that kind of stuff. And so 2 years later, now we have a drug bust. 2 years later, now we have this. 3 years later, now we have racketeering and all of that. After all that happening, why? Because you got to gather information. You know what I'm saying? So I understand why folks is riding Tommy Sotomayor and saying, look, Tariq the She got this out. But what Tommy Sotomayor is doing is very, very different. He has to go through a whole lot of red tape. Why? Because think about it. As a black man demanding answers, as a black man going up to the different people and trying to get his community to be in order and stuff like that, it's going to take a heck of a lot of time. Because number one, he's not white. Tommy's going to need some help. And I hope Tommy, I hope you get Ann Coulter. I hope you get her. The Obsidian social media network did a story on Ann Coulter. And Ann Coulter, how she did, how she admitted 90% of the crimes being done by women who are single mothers. You know, so there's a whole lot of investigation done. You know what I'm saying? Raising $30,000 right now, okay, that's good, but he has a group. He has to pay for things. He has to pay for hotels. He has to pay for a whole heck of a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? That's not even there. And y'all never took account of that. Y'all never took account on the hotel. Y'all never took account on the gas. Y'all never took account of any doggone thing. The only thing that you're looking at is $30,000, and that should be enough for it. And it's not. It's not. You know what I'm saying? So I encourage everybody, you know, to invest in, and, you know, anybody just still invest in a fatherless America. You know what I'm saying? Even with my situation, once my situation is stable, because, you know, his brothers got hit by the economy. You know, I understand that the economy is there. You know, if you don't have it, you know what I'm saying? When you do get it, send it out. I said, I'm going to do, even if he's complete the project, I'm going to still send him out money. Why? To help him recoup. So you either invest in it. If you can't invest in it right now, once the project is complete, then help him recoup some of that money back and give him some anyway. Well, here, I wanted to donate and I was in a rough spot and stuff. I couldn't do it, but here's some money to recoup back. That way it can make him whole, because it's a whole lot of time. He's a full-time father, and also he does videos, and also he's doing this. This is a job like crazy. And he's not going to have that support like Tariq Nasheed. He's not going to have that, I'm telling you, because what he's doing is different from Tariq Nasheed. He's doing something to help the black community out as far as exposing why we have crime rates that is high, and man, you should be happy, you know, because this is going to exonerate black men even more, because a black man has been burdened with being stereotyped as deadbeat, you know, being deadbeat fathers, and that's not true at all. Black man has been stereotyped as walking away from his children, and that's not true at all. If the black man, like the book says, comes in number one and taking care of his kids, then that by logic destroys every single lie. And you have to have the evidence to keep that lie destroyed. Therefore, what's left? Denial. And denial does not even dictate the truth at all. So I wanted to really hope that you will see the stuff that Tommy. Now, am I a fan of Tommy Sotomayor? Let me tell you something. I like Tommy Sotomayor. I get on him at times when he says the Jews this and Jews this. Tommy Sotomayor, stop with it. Stop with it. Stop calling them Jews. Because you know I got to download videos of you in Venice Beach. And in Venice Beach, you admitted to the blacks and Hispanics that we the real Jews. You admitted that. And you will also admit it in your video, Tommy, that those people in Israel aren't the Jews. And you're right about that. 100% correct. You know the Jews are in the ghetto. You know the Jews don't own everything. You know it. Tommy, stop with that. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to understand, I may like Tommy, but if I see that Tommy is saying something wrong, I do correct Tommy. I do correct Tommy Sotomayor. Yes, indeed, I do. Tommy Sotomayor, he visited the Israelite United in Christ. He sees them teaching, saying that we're the real Jews. So, Tommy, you know. As a matter of fact, Tommy Sotomayor, you're Panamanian. Panamanians are the tribe of Zebulon. So you're Israelite yourself, along with your nice-looking daughter. So, you know, I just want to throw that out there. I do correct Tommy Sotomayor. I do disagree with Tommy Sotomayor in some things. But this right here, you know, I got to come to his defense, because, see, I'm all about fairness and I'm all about justice. And the reason why we black folks cannot get justice, because we're too busy creating injustice. So therefore, I'm going to make a part 3 to this. To hit on some other points too as well. of what may be in Tommy Sotomayor's documentary. I am the raw truth.